guys, what's going on? Welcome to another Plus One Daily. This is a brand new 2 weeks, brand new week, and we're into it, man. We've started it up, we fired it up. It is time for Start With Why by Simon Sinek. I think that's his name. Remember last week I had a really hard time saying Lewis Howes. Now I'm going to have a hard time. I think it's Simon Sinek. I hope it is. Anyway, Start With Why. Recommended by Winter Perkins, reader of the blog, a big part of the community here. So we dove into it. We looked into it. We grabbed it, and a bunch of you guys are following along. So I started with part one this weekend. Only about 30 pages just to get into it. There's 6 parts to this book, so we'll go over it over the next couple of weeks, and every time I do a video, we'll go into each part. So we're in part one, a world that doesn't start with why, and there was two chapters to this, Assume You Know and Carrots and Sticks. Basically, what these first 2 chapters were talking about was framing how businesses and the world in itself operates without a reason why behind it. I'm not into the book that much because it's only 2 short chapters to start the book, but it's framing how business operates in 2017. It's framing how we use manipulation to make sales. We're looking for transactions, not loyalty. And some of the things that Simon goes over is that we manipulate on price, on promotions, on fear, on aspirations, and novelty, aka innovation. And what does he mean by that? He says we use these tools because they work. It's not always the best game plan for long-term success, he argues, but people use these things because they actually work. And if you think about it, I mean, I was reading this and I was like, yeah, it makes total sense. I use a lot of these techniques in the businesses we do, like scarcity, prices, promotions during the weekends. I mean, we use a lot of this stuff, so I'm really interested to see where it goes from here, where he takes this, where this Start With Why will start implementing into business practices that might use these price and promotion manipulation. So he talked a lot about rebates and things like that too, and the focus is that we are looking for transactions. We're not looking for loyalty. And I'm assuming, even though the first chapter was don't assume, but I'm assuming that what he's going to say is that this starting with why breeds and creates loyalty and not just a transaction, and that's what we're really after. So again, the first 2 chapters were very short, only about 30 pages for the first part of this book. So what did you guys get? What was your big takeaway from this? Please do share the comments below. What was your takeaway from the first chapter and then the second chapter, Carrots and Sticks, when he went over all the different forms of manipulation that he claimed in the second chapter? So what are your guys' thoughts? What do you guys think was the big message and takeaway as we get into the book? The first part was a world that doesn't start with why. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this, and we're getting into it, man. This is the first part. I'm looking forward to this book. I will be reading part 2 over the next 24 hours, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Let's hear those comments. Let's start discussing what is the big message, the big takeaway from part 1 of this book.